when you talk about prayer, you use a word that I love it because it's not something everybody uses. It's pretty unique to you. And to me, I know exactly what you mean when you say it. Mm-hmm. And it sets it apart from other words. You use the word adoration.
Yes.
When you talk about what most people would call worship,
mm-hmm.
how does your definition of adoration differ from the usual concepts of worship?
Well, I love A.W. Tozer when he said that we are much more likely to inquire than to adore. And I really think there's where the dividing line is. Adoration is of the heart and comes from the inside up to God, while a lot of what worship is today can really get stuck in the mental capacity. It's stuck in the mind or in the mouth.
Yeah.
It never, it doesn't come from the inside erupting out. So I define adoration as basically lingering in the sweet beauty of the Lord through submission of your soul. You're literally submitted to Him and given over to Him and His beauty, and gazing on Him in that way, while worship many times can be they worship me with their mouths, but their hearts were far from me. That's what Jesus says about the Pharisees, which He shows a great divide between what a man says with his mouth or sings with his mouth and what actually comes out of his heart. Adoration has its roots, the affections of man, the will of man, and the actual mind of man being submitted to God completely and saying, I choose to look at you and be blinded by your beauty. That's what I see adoration to be.
Have you noticed a tendency to confuse worship with music?
Yes, very much so. As a matter of fact, most people, if you say worship, the first thing they think of is the newest Bethel album or something like that. And it's cool. I mean, if you want to use worship music to adore, man, be my guest, but we should never let the means of worship eclipse the object of worship. That's the major issue. Sometimes we do that. We allow the means to conjure us into a frenzy as opposed to going straight to the object, which is He wants your heart, not just your tongue.